What down, family? It's your boy SCNTV coming back at y'all with another Chiraq Street Legends. And this episode is gonna be about none other than Naquan Harper, aka Dewey Foe.
Yeah, my name Dewey Foe, you know. This gang Dewey Foe.
In Chicago, legends ain't born, they forged. Where the streetlights flicker like tired soldiers. Where childhood and war overlap. Where loyalty is love and betrayal is death. This ain't myth. This ain't clout. This blood on concrete. A young boy grew up inside a war he didn't start, but by the time he was grown, he was one of his fiercest generals. They called him Dewey Foe. Government name Naquan Harper, a Faceworld child, a true block soldier, a drill rapper, a target, and in the end, a casualty of the same streets that raised him. Dewey came into this world August 25th, 2000. Southside, baby. Baptized in pressure. No soft landings. No safety nets. Just Chicago wind, cold winters, and constant sirens. He didn't grow up alone. He had two big brothers, Lil Dottie and Chubbs. Both stamped Faceworld 079 members. In their house, streets weren't outside. They were at the dinner table. Faceworld wasn't just a game. It was a family, a code, a survival system. Dewey's childhood didn't sound like cartoons. It sounded like switches clicking and feet running through alleyways. Most Faceworld kids went to Oliver Westcott, an elementary school right in 079 territory. From 79th to 83rd, Vincennes to Wentworth. Westcott wasn't just a school, it was a proving ground. That's where Dewey met everybody. That's where friendships formed. That's where beef started. Dewey said in interviews, if you ain't go to Westcott, you wasn't really one of us.
We all went to Westcott together and shit. If you ain't go to that grammar school, yo ass. You feel me?
King Kivo later said, a lot of kids went there, but some chose the wrong side. That's how gangs locked in.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers definitely, went to school with us too, though. A lot of motherfuckers chose the wrong side too, though, like.
Dewey wasn't dumb, but the streets were louder than his teachers. By middle school, the gangs were over. Fights in the hallways, shorties stealing bikes, throwing rocks at cars like it was funny, not knowing how dangerous their life could get. Faceworld / Boys Town kids started moving different. By 12 or 13, Dewey was already around older members. They showed him the way. Plus, his brothers were already in too deep. Before long, Dewey was dealing, using, and playing with guns, treating real life like a drill video. There ain't just one Faceworld. There's 069 and 079. Back before 2010, they were basically allies. 069 Bogus and 079 Boys Town were both BD dominated. Some members even dual claim. One of those members was Lil Face. October 17, 2010, 2500 block of Lithuanian Plaza Court. Lil Face, real name Cornell Henderson, was on the sidewalk when at least two shooters ran up and killed him. He was rushed to Christ Hospital, but Chicago already knew. His mama, Desiree, held his graduation pictures and said, "He is my baby. We're gonna miss him." Police said he had no priors. Shell casing showed two different guns. A planned hit. Twitter lit up with tributes. A few months later, two different gangs adopted his name. That's how Faceworld multiplied. The set that was allegedly responsible for Lil Face's murder was Baco, or the Bell Oakley Claremont organization, mostly GDs with some Mo's and BDs. What started as a block club turned into a gang. After Lil Face died, 069 and 079 started sneak dissing each other. 069 called 079 Fake World.
Yeah, we out here on the 9. Rest in peace to the boy Face, Young as hell, 15 years old, just got killed. Shot. They got a little tribute out here, so. Man, I love
079 slid through 069 for birthdays and memories of Lil Face. Dewey later said, no animosity, but no friendships either. In early 2014, True Block was created after the death of True, or Tremaine Scott, from 079. True was respected on both 069 and 079. He got into a fight on 82nd and Princeton. It escalated, a gun came out, and he was killed. Rumors said he agreed to fight a DOD member. He beat him and got shot for it. 079 renamed itself in his honor. DOD mocked him heavy, even burning True Religion jeans. The war between Faceworld 079 and DOD/Dre gang started December 2013 when Faceworld killed Dre, or Drago. Drago was walking home from school when two men approached, pointed a gun at his heart, and shot him 6 times.
My name Dre.
The shooter, E-Man from 079, later got 47 years. Dewey mocked Dre and exposing me. We the ones put Dre on TV.
They better run when they see me. We the ones put Dre on TV.
Put Dewey on your ass, you trippin' for won't need no surgery.
Spring of 2014, Jawan Juju Porter from 079 was killed on the 7900 block of Van Sands. He was only 18. Marco tweeted, "Man, these Cowboy Wiggle World dudes just took my little homie." Bill posted, "Whole world was a game changer when they hit Juju on the 9. That moment turned grief into rage." May 31st, 2014, OTF Nuski, aka Nunu, Dewey's cousin. He was shot while sitting in his car after shopping. He crashed into a storefront trying to escape and died. 051 Young Money carried out the hit. Dewey was heartbroken. 2015, Faceworld lost Lil Ant, allegedly the Wiggle World. Late April 2017, they lost Cello 2 times, who was set up by his girlfriend. Dewey posted, "Lost Cello, I was heartbroken. That's what I go hard for." December 24th, 2018, Dewey shot Bang from Wiggle World in the head. Bang survived for almost 2 years, then died December 23rd, 2020. Kifo mocked him and exposing me. Bang's little brother Trey had already been killed in 2018. Proof the streets eat their own. March 15, 2019, Lil Mister from Wiggle World was killed. He was shot in the head and torso. The alleged shooter, Dewey Foe. A year later, Dewey appeared in Lil Durk's When We Shoot video.
Man, it's Lil Mister, man. 075 Nickel Nuts, 069 Brick Squad shit, man. We out here, man. Every day trapping, getting bands, you hear me? Motherfuckers not playing with them niggas, the ops. Drill 'em Bands mixtape coming out. Niggas better look out for that shit. This shit ain't no game, man. We out here all day. 075, any shit, MOB, any shit, bang. Watch out for that shit.
April 17, 2019, Dewey shot at Boss Dutta, or Parrish Dewan, and 2 others. Dutta, only 17, died from a headshot. The 2 others survived. July 13, 2020, Lil Money from 079 was killed by Wiggle World, shot in the back of the head. Hours later, Faceworld slid back. July 14, 2020, Donnie from Wiggle World was killed in a drive-by. And no cap, Dewey said, "And for Money we got back, but we won't speak about that." February 16, 2021, Blaze, Betrayal Johnson, was killed outside of a KFC. Some say Dewey did it, others say it was Tay City. Either way, the body count was rising. "2021 was Dewey's breakout. He dropped We On That and No Cap Part 2. Most of his biggest songs blew up after his death. Chicago's Tragic Pattern. Now we come to Dewey's 7th and last alleged body. Beans from Wiggle World was shot while driving on I-57 near Halston. He crashed into a light pole and died. Beans had a long history with police and had survived a prior police shooting in 2015. He was respected in Wiggle World, and his death hit hard. November 11, 2021. Everything changed. Lil Fats and Lil Twine from 800 were on a crash out mission. They planned an ATM robbery at a Bank of America on 83rd. Spook and Dewey4 allegedly stole a Lincoln as a getaway car. At the ATM, a shootout happened. LaShonda Hartz, an armed truck guard, was shot 3 times and later died. Fats and Twine fled, then linked back up with Spook and Dewey. That's when the ultimate betrayal happened. Police say Fats and Twine turned on their own people, executing Spook and Dewey inside the car. Dewey was shot in the back of the neck. Spook was hit 7 times. Both died on the scene.
These two went on an all-out crime spree. 19-year-old Antoine Montgomery and 20-year-old DeAndre Jennings. The crime spree started at this Bank of America, where 47-year-old LaShonda Harts lost her life.
She loved God. I mean, so her heart, she had a heart of gold.
Hart shared this message with her friend. She was excited about her new job as an armored security guard with LaGuardia. LaShonda wasn't even on the job a month when she was filling up the ATM in the West Chatham neighborhood. She was ambushed at 10:19 Monday morning on 83rd and Princeton.
It's really difficult to process, at least for me, because it was just difficult to process.
Harts, a mother of an adult son, was fatally shot 6 times. Her 46-year-old partner fired back but missed. He's in critical condition. 36 minutes later, the robbery crew apparently hit a cell phone store. Shortly after, CPD got a call about a double homicide inside this SUV in the 8700 block of South Saginaw. Outside the car were Boost mobile phones from the store robbery. Police say the 2 men inside were dead, and the 2 suspects, now in custody, ran into a home nearby. Police recovered the guns used to fire at Harts and her partner.
After the robberies and murders, they got into an altercation with each other.
Dewey became one of Faceworld 079's biggest losses, right up there with Nuski. By most counts, he had around 7 bodies and over a dozen attempts, most against World. They celebrated his death heavy. He gets mentioned alongside Lil Scoon, Lil Jeff, and 50, the new generation of ruthless drill rappers. Faceworld never truly got revenge for him. The war shifted towards 800, Brick Squad, and DOD, but no confirmed bodies dropped in his name. 3 years after Dewey's death, the feds came knocking. Faceworld 079 didn't just lose soldiers in the streets, they lost them in the courtroom. In 2023, a federal indictment targeted Faceworld leadership, including Chubbs, Dewey's brother, and Monty from 079. The FBI said Faceworld used drill music and social media to boost his reputation while carrying out violent attacks against rivals, including World, DOD, and 900 gang faction. The indictment tied them to multiple shootings, including the murder of Savage from STG on May 13, 2020, which prosecutors said was done for the purpose of maintaining and increasing position in Faceworld. Chubbs was accused of pulling the trigger. The indictment also connected Faceworld to the July 2020 funeral shooting, where 15 people were shot. A massacre investigators believe was tied to the Faceworld vs. World war. Another member, Keyshawn Wordlow, was charged separately in the federal carjacking spree and linked to the same conspiracy. Faceworld 079, once just a block, now a federal case.
Alleged members of a notorious Chicago street gang were indicted today.
As Andrea Medina reports, federal prosecutors say they're responsible for more than a dozen murders. Today, the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Northern District of Illinois announced a federal grand jury handed down indictments against 6 alleged members of a Chicago street gang, charging them all with racketeering conspiracy. Federal prosecutors allege the group is responsible for at least 13 homicides and a wave of violent crimes carried out across Chicago, all in an effort to maintain control and protect their Southside turf. Those facing charges include 28-year-old Dante Harper, 31-year-old Tyrone Foy, 25-year-old Tywan Tapler, 22-year-old Robert Lee Thomas, 28-year-old Davion Harris, and 26-year-old Davian McClure. Harper, McClure, and Foy are also charged with murder and aid of racketeering. The indictment outlines several violent incidents allegedly carried out by the gang, incidents that were covered on WGN. The indictment alleges that on or about June 17, 2019, Thomas opened fire on a CTA bus, shooting at an intended target and other passengers, leaving that person and others wounded. The indictment goes on to say defendant Tapler was with Thomas at the time of the shooting. The indictment further states that on July 21, 2020, Harper and several co-conspirators allegedly opened gunfire at the funeral of Donald Weathersby, resulting in multiple people being injured. The indictment goes on to allege that gang leaders believe Weathersby was a member of a rival gang and targeted him in retaliation. Federal authorities claim that the members also used social media to promote their criminal activities, taunting rivals and boasting about murders and other violent acts. The street gang has been under federal investigation for years. Half the defendants have already appeared for their arraignment, while the remaining ones
And I think that what we can learn from the story of Dewey Foe and Faceworld 079 is this. Dewey's story isn't just about one man. It's about a system that pushed kids into war, a school that couldn't save them, a block that raised them, and a culture that rewarded violence. Lil Face died too young. Juju died too young. Nuski died in broad daylight. Lil Money died in his own hood. Dewey died by betrayal. Too many candles. Too many funerals. Too many mamas crying in black dresses. If Chicago wants to heal, it has to start with its children. More opportunity, less guns, more guidance, less abandonment. Because every Dewey Foe wasn't born a villain. Some were just born into a war. In Chicago, the streets don't forget, but they don't forgive either. Dewey Foe, Faceworld's torch, made a story be a warning, not a blueprint. This has been another episode of Chiraq Street Legends. It's your boy, SNTV. I'm out.
Faceworld, Faceworld, man.
Big L's up, man.
Shout out,
know, man.
Do I shout out?
Shout out to everybody, man.
Shout out to Faceworld. Shout out to the 9. Shout out to 8. Shout out to LeBron 300, man. Shout out to Lil Dirt. Shout out to Lil Dirt.
Hey, man. Niggas out here posted. West Chatham. Niggas come too deep in the hood, we all at them. I'm out here posted right now with the little guys. And don't think we out here alone, we got the little 9.